Larry Groce, mountainstage.org is where you can hear the show if it's not on your public radio station. And you want to tune in this week one way or the other because one of our guests is Horse Feathers from Portland, Oregon. And the man who is at the heart of Horse Feathers, Justin Ringle, is here with us. First, let me show you their newest CD, and it's called Thistled Spring. I was thinking of the first one. This is their third CD, and the second one that's on Kill Rock Stars, the label. And their music features, if you've never heard it before, it features string sounds. It's a kind of, I don't know, chamber pop, chamber folk, whatever you want to call it. Sure. I don't care about the labels, but you do have a cello and a violin, as well as guitar, banjo, and other things. Yeah. Accordion sometimes. It's a four-piece. Yes, and the lineup has changed a little bit. You've been at the heart. You've always been the songwriter and the lead singer.
Yes.
So how did the band develop to where it is now?
Well, I moved to Portland, Oregon, and I started out playing solo, and then I met an accompanist named Peter Broderick who played violin and miscellaneous other instruments, right. And did a record with him, and then I played with his sister who was a cellist for a while. They both moved to Europe, and then I had the band that I have now just kind of filter in over the last couple of years. And
you got used to that sound with the strings.
Yes, and it's been kind of getting more and more orchestrated with each record and trying to, use those things in a very arranged way.
Yeah. Do you do the arrangements?
Partially. I mean, I write the songs, and then I work with the string players.
You tell them what you want?
Yeah, I kind of produce the music in a way overall, but they own a lot of their own parts, They come up with some pieces, and then I'll say, that's great, and let's work on that, and we kind of go from there.
So you kind of know what you want played and where you want it played, but you don't write out the...
I do, yeah. I'm not classically trained that way.
Yeah, so,
no.
Yeah. Where did you come from?
I grew up in Lewiston, Idaho, which is about 28,000 people. Yeah. So not a big town, but kind of the city for where I'm from. But I moved there. I went to college in Idaho as well, then I moved to Oregon in 2004.
Did you pick up a guitar early and start trying things?
I started playing when I was about 15. Yeah. I started writing songs immediately when I started to play guitar. So.
Why do you think you did that? Was were your parents into it or anybody?
No,
or?
I'm the only musician in my family on both sides. I don't know. I just I instantly took a shine to it. I've just there's not a whole lot to do in Idaho, and I think it became kind of a form of self-entertainment,
Yeah. Well, it's, a lot of people pick up and they start playing other people's songs and everything, but then every now and then some people from the beginning, I've met some others who, for whatever reason, felt like almost as soon as they learned chords, they wanted to write their own songs.
Yeah, I don't know why, but it just kind of worked that way for me.
Sing at the Paris County Fair. Swore to his face, there's no way that share. Please, won't you leave her alone? Standing here, boy, you don't know when to go. Sad enough, sadly so. We're no longer young, lazy life. Age makes us dumb. Don't call me portrait and pale. Sin on your mind, dead under your nails.
Well, I've read that your last CD was that was House with No Name?
House with No Home.
Now, House with No Home, and it's the cover of it has. Matter of fact, I have it here. The cover of it is definitely a winter scene, and I've read this is a second record, and I read that record definitely had a winter feel to it, and now this one with Thistled Spring obviously has a spring feel to it.
Sure.
Was that something that a promotion person wrote, or is that actually the way the thing seemed to you?
I think that they definitely ran with that, but it was intentional to a degree for sure. House with No Home wasn't intended to be any type of seasonal record. It just I didn't even think twice about it when I made it, or even the cover. It wasn't an intentional decision to do that. That was kind of the feel of the music. And this time around, I wrote most of these songs in the springtime of 2009. And again, I wasn't intentionally trying to come up with some kind of seasonal concept, but after writing and recording some of the music, I really realized that there was some kind of mood there. And so then I started to dive into it a little bit more and kind of running with the idea.
No love of mine to where the worst man she finds, blossom that's bloomed, the house that's a tomb, trapped in the rhododendron fumes, bit by the spring, hurt by the thing, played by the memories that brings.
When you record, do you simply bring the songs in and say, what do you think of this? What should we do with this? Or
You know, every song is different. I work on the tunes by myself until I get them to like the basic skeletal arrangement of how I want the verse, chorus, bridge, the structure to be. And then I'll oftentimes just bring in one player and bounce the idea off them and see what they do. And
just one of them?
oftentimes, yeah. And sometimes usually it's the violin player first, and I'll work with him, and sometimes he has a cool line, and sometimes I have something in my head, I'll hum to him and start to work with him, and then once we got that finished, then I'll like start to orchestrate it more and bring in more people, and you know, then we're harmonizing with the violin part, and you just kind of build it up from there.
By the time you go into the studio to record, or wherever you record, do you already have it worked out pretty much? Do you play them out first?
No, not in the beginning, yeah, but not these days because we run on tour so much, and our schedule's starting to get a lot more complicated.
Yeah.
So when we're working on new material, it becomes this. There's a little bit more of a time frame. Oftentimes we don't get to test stuff out very much.
Yeah.
The testing ground really becomes the studio.
Yeah.
We are young, we are weak, just as blank as we are bleak. Too far gone, hate our hands. We are living, working the bed. Cold. We had done all we've been told. There's no court for our case. When failure gave us suits our taste.
And then in the new year, have you already started thinking of a new one, or is this one still too new for you to?
Oh no, we have a couple months off at the beginning of the year. I'm gonna start working on the next record, at least the writing phase of it.
Do you anticipate anything different on that? Any different instrumentation or anything, or just pretty much continuing down the path you're on?
I'm still feeling it out in my mind, trying to work it out when I'm on these long van rides.
Yeah.
Just trying to figure out what we're gonna do, but I'd imagine it's gonna be some of the same things. There'll definitely be some string arrangements there to be worked on, and but yeah, you never know. You know, I don't know what I'm gonna come up with.
Yeah, you're open to whatever.
Yeah, I'd like to try to experiment a little bit on this next one.
And there's a measure. We kiss on the mouth, hearts that were bound and forget. And the news was broke, the witness was the casket.
What is your website?
Horsefeatherstheband.com.
Horsefeatherstheband.com. We have a MySpace place. Most of them both those places have a tour schedule, so maybe they're coming your way. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Where's the spring? Where's the spring? Like a light is the dark, there's an end to the storm. That into mine, there's the truth beyond by the creek. It's the ghost of my youth. Thank you very much, guys, from Horse Feathers. Thank you. Have a good evening.